Going live looks like yes. The minute you walked in the joint retro, I could see you were a game of distinction, a real old classic. Hey, old cassette, please rewind. If you were on disc, it would save some time. But let me get right to the point. Retro. Oh, what am I singing? Today, we're doing. Oh, it's been one of those days. Today, we're doing live game coding on a Commodore 64. I am, of course, your hostess with the retro hostess. I try to keep a straight face, but sometimes it just doesn't work because it's all fun and games, you know. It's all fun and games, and that's what we like here. So, we have Patrick in the chat. Hello, Sir Patrick. How you doing? I'm just opening up a bottle of Coke Zero. I've had a lovely coffee earlier on. Toffee nut latte. Very, very nice. But now I'm on something that's cool because it's getting really warm in here. You can probably tell I'm going a little bit pink. I'm also quite shiny and almost Gondor calls for aid levels of white, which kind of tells me I need to get outside for a bit more of the old vitamin D. Prefer vitamin R for retro. But yeah. So, we are working on a conversion of a text adventure I wrote a while back in BASIC, actually, on the Amstrad CPC. We're now doing it in Graphic Adventure Creator for the Commodore 64. And, anyways, it will be a lot of fun. We've been doing this for quite a while. We're getting almost through it now. So let me just grab that. Because I have here all of my notes in a book that says Notes. Notes. So I know what I'm doing. Right. So we have a power generator room that kills you. We also have to go into the power generator room, repair some coils, replace some coils. That's what we need to do. So what I'm actually thinking is the first thing we want to do tonight is how can we put this? How can we Oh, I've got an idea. The first thing we should do is actually not have the power coil where it is. So if I go into the game, we're in the ship's maintenance storage room. You see where we have a generator coil there? We don't want that. If we go south and south into the other area, bulky door sits in the east wall, we walk in and here's the generator itself. If we examine the generator, you can't. We haven't got anything about the power generator. So what I'm thinking is, what we actually need to do is repair the coil rather than just replace it. Because we're going to be replacing wires. I don't want to be mixing the same thing in twice. We're already doing repair of 2 wires. So I'm thinking if we have where is it? Where's the generator? Generator is on number 19. If we actually examine the generator, we'll have something in there for power generator having a having a specific thing. What, guys? This is going to be one of those weird nights. I'll tell you right now. I'm operating at not 100% because didn't sleep well. It's really humid here at the moment, and it's kind of hurting me. So what I'm thinking is I want to replace the idea that we had of just grabbing a new power coil and putting it in with taking the burnt out one that's in there out and putting it in. I'm just checking on my phone that we're online, and putting in instead a puzzle where, yeah, it looks like we are live. Yeah, we're live. Putting in instead a puzzle where we get to repair that coil if it's just burnt out a bit. Because I'm just remembering my television. There was one, a degausser, and all we did was turn it round and put it back in. It worked. It's an old CRT, and I like that idea. So if we have a power generator that we can look at, we'll have an extra marker for whether there's a burnt out coil in it. So if I have this, if I add marker 13, burned out coil replaced. So let's do that. So I'm going to now put the object, go into the objects menu, objects, or first our object for the generator coil is 8, number 8, a generator coil. Starts at room 13, now starts at room 255. We will not see that. If we go to 13, number 12, a scorched generator coil. So now it's just scorched. Starts in room number 255 and weighs 20. So we've got that. So if I now go into messages, what would it make, 66 or 67? Okay, so 66. This is a large and very heavy generator coil used in power generators, blah, 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 blah. So I am now going to change that by taking a copy of that, because I want to use this for the new one that we're doing. My phone is so slow tonight. What is wrong with it? Seriously, I cannot even see it. My phone is not taking pictures. Everything's going wrong today, dude. Right, there we are. So we'll take that. Message number 66. Got it. Okay, so let's go to this. So what are we up to? What, 70 now? Let's see if it's 70 and see if we're up to... No, so 69, 68, 67. Right, blue and green wire, 68. Okay, this is a large and very heavy... Wow, I can't type tonight. Generator coil. Normally, I simply cannot type tonight. This is ridiculous. But we're going to keep going anyway because I need to try and get this done. Normally, these are used in power generation. Again, I tried to press delete, but went to home instead, which is not what I wanted. Apparently, we can, if we might be able to press clear on that one as well. That's a bit weird. Power generation on the ship, but this one is covered in scorch marks, which will stop it working. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a puzzle where you have to clean that off. So that's you carefully scrub the goo. It was goo that we picked up, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure goo comes out of one of the terminals. You carefully scrub the scorched parts of the coil using the goo as a descaling. Using the goo as a cleaning agent. Try as you might, you can't help but wonder what this stuff would do to your insides if you ate it. If you were silly enough to try to eat it. Because now we have the use for the goo, which was a joke thing earlier on. That's all we need to do. This is a very strong scouring pad made from wire. Oh, for goodness sake! I have a time made from wire wool. I'm going to use with the right cleaning agent applied. You could scrub something up to a real shine. I really am unable to type tonight. Okay, there we are. So we need a new object because we need a scour, some wire wool. So 13 would be wire wool pad. So we need now a noun 26. Need some more space for nouns. What number are we up to? 26, yeah. Wire wool or pad. Okay, let's try this. And we need a screw. We also need we need verb 26, which is apply, and verb 27, which is scrub or scour. Apply or apply. Okay, let's try put these in. These are important. So we're going to find the wire wool in the storage room. That's going to be one of the things we do. Okay, so let's do this. Objects. Object number 13. A pad of wire wool. Starting room number, that is, I think it's 14. We end up with, no, 13, yeah. Room number 13 weighs 1. We also need to add some verbs. Patrick says, am I the only one here? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you. It's one of those nights. Sometimes people aren't around. And, you know, these things can't be helped. So say hi if you're in the chat. But, you know, if you're watching this later, that's fine as well. Don't worry about it. Although I have noticed that some of my shows are getting fewer and fewer viewers over the summer. It's just one of those things that happens. And it's like the summer drought when people are out and about. Apparently no one is in the chat according to one watching, which is me. So yeah, you might be the only one here, Patrick. If that happens, it happens. But we're going to have a good time anyway. Let's do this. We need to, I've just put the object in. We need some nouns and some verbs. Let's do the verbs first. 26 is apply. And 27, feel guilty that my vids are getting lots of... Why? Why feel guilty? Don't worry about it. Scrub. And 27, scour. Right, so we can scrub or we can scour with the pad. And we need a noun. We need the nouns. 26 is wool. And 26 is pad. So you can use either. So let's have a look. Where is mush is 4. Huh. Okay. So the mush. So I used goo instead, didn't I? So 4 can also be goo. I've made it to 3,000 views in 90 days. Well done. That's good news. Well done. Right, let's have a look and see if I can find the thing about the mush. Food terminal. Makes a squelching, wet, farting noise and spits out a lump of gooey beige mush, I'm going to call it. 3,000 views in 90 days is good, especially for a new channel. And also, it's just one of those things I wouldn't worry about it with my channel, because it's okay. Right, gooey beige mush. YouTube has this tendency, the algorithm is awful for essentially suppressing channels that aren't doing very good. 68, 69 is the, yeah, using the mush, gooey mush as a cleaning agent. There we are. So now we've got a use for it. And that was what, 70? No, 70 is when we find the pad. Okay, low priority conditions. Let's find it. What are we up to? Like 30 or so? 40. I never remember. 45. 44. Right, so 45. If verb 16 and noun it is 26 and available the object is 13, message 70 end. So it's going to explain that. So 17 if verb 7 is get, isn't it? I can never remember, man. Right, let's bring this up because this is my YouTube channel. Yeah, two viewers currently. Stop you tell me that, Sapai. Graphic adventure creator manual. So yeah, 6 views apparently I've got. That's not bad. Graphic adventure creator manual. Come on, show me it. Here we are. Let's go down to quick starts at the back. 7 is get. That's what we want. ITV. Verb 7 and noun 26. And here 13, isn't it? Yes. Get 13. Okay. And if verb 8 and noun 26 and carrying 13, drop 13. Okay. And now for the new stuff. If verb, no, we can't do that. Line number 40. I need to look at the adverbs first. Right. With. So we want on or with. That's what we want. 48. If verb 26. So apply and apply noun 4, which is the goo or the mush, and adverb 1, apply mush to pad, and noun 26, and available. We haven't got an object down here. That's interesting. So I'm going to say object 1, because I'm pretty sure that is it. And available the object 13, which is the Y will. Then we have a thing to swap. I know there's a command to swap. I think it's X swap Y or something like that. Come on, where's my commands? Where's my commands? Here we are. X to N, no. X swap Y, exchange objects X and Y. Right. So 13 swap 14. Okay. End. So object number 14 now. A wire will pad with mush on it. Starts at row number 255 and weighs 1. Right. And actually, low priority conditions. Let's go back to 48 with all that. X swap 13 swap 14. We'll put a message in as well in a minute. I just have to remember what it is. 14 and let's say X to N. Okay, just what I want. 1 to 255. Okay, end. There. So that will now take the mush. It is object number 1, isn't it? An unappetizing lump of mush. There we are. Okay. Let's do this. So if we go to object 12, Scotch generator coil. Okay. Low priority conditions 49. If scrub, so that's verb 27 and noun coil. Where's the coil? 24 and adverb because it's with or using or on. Adverb 1 and noun 25 and available 12, which is the coil, the burnt coil, and available 14, which is the mushy wire wool. So that would be 13 swap to 9, sorry, 8. 13 swap 8. And 14 swap 13, because there won't be any mush left on it. Message, what were we up to? Like 50 odd? 55 end. We'll come back to that in a minute. Messages, what were we up to? 55? No, 60? 65? 67? What's 6? 67. $69. Okay, message 69. Low priority conditions. 69. Yeah. Message 69. Okay, we're getting there now. This is going to be interesting, what we can do here. Hi, Andy Phillips. How you doing? 69. End. So, we could do that now. Okay. Ow, I've got to move my legs. It's starting to get cramp. Okay. Hi, Trains Kids. How you doing? Yes, message 69. Nice. So, we've also got to take into account the fact that actually the wire wool needs to be able to be picked up and dropped, even though it's we've got a gooey one instead of a normal one. So, we'll do that in a moment. 14 goo. Wool. Okay, let's do this. So, we'll have to have a message for it as well. So what we're up to, 48, 49. If verb 7 and noun 25 and here 14. Get 14, okay, and if verb 8 and noun 25 and carrying 14. Hi Savoy, how you doing? Still can't believe I had a Commodore 64 when I was a kid. I still don't know how my sister bought it for me. Saving up, man. Drop 14, okay, end. Right. Let's go to messages. What are we up to? 69 to 70? No. This is a sturdy pad of wire wool. Someone has applied a rather unappetizing gooey blob of beige mush to it. So 71. Local conditions, what, like 51? Yeah. If verb 16 and noun 25 and available 14, message 71, end. So what we have, let's go back to 65, no, 45 even. Verb 16 and noun 26 and available 13, 20. It's 26, isn't it? Ah, crap. Verb 26, 7 and noun 26, and 8 and noun 26. I've been using 25. If verb 26 and noun 4 now 26, yeah, that's fine. 27 and noun 45 and noun 25. Yeah, that's wrong. That should be 26. It's a good thing we noticed that. Noun 26. Okay. Verb 7 and noun 26 and here 14. Otherwise, none of this that we've just done would have worked. Hi Amelia, how you doing? Meow. So, hopefully this is going to work now. So now we've got to work on getting this thing. So we don't have a pull command. We're going to need one of those. Access use, I'm going to, 28 will have to be pull. Hi Iron Horse, how you doing? 28 will be pull. We definitely need a pull. We might also use it as for push. Yeah, let's do that. Pull or push, 28. Verbs. So 28. Pull. 28. Push. There we go. And adverbs. One can be from. Yeah. One could also be in. Just to make that possible, that we just use that. Andy Phillips says, Zoe, do you have to be exceptional at maths to program games? Not with this. There's hardly any maths in this. Basically, all the maths you need is the ability to count. I kid you not. The ability to count so that you can remember which item goes where. That's what we've got. All of my notes are basically what I've called all the numbers. So noun 5 and noun 6 and all of that. No need to be exceptional at maths whatsoever. There are some programming languages where it would be useful to have a bit more of a knowledge of maths, but graphic adventure creator like this, no way. In fact, that's the reason for this show, to show people just how easy it can be if you've got the stuff like graphic adventure creator or arcade game developer and things like that to create games. These things are fantastic and you can really get into it quick. So, right, now we need to go to, I'm using the wrong keyboard again. Now we need to go to certain locations. Local conditions for room number 15. This is the power generator. What's the beverage of choice? It is Coke Zero for a change. Give me a second, guys. I am Iron says, been to the hospital most of the day. My bad back took a nasty turn. Had to crawl up the stairs on hands and knees. Oh my goodness. Doctors say it's a trapped nerve. Oh, that's the worst, man. That's the worst. Well, no, not the worst. Severed nerve is the worst, but trapped nerve comes close. Oh man, you have my sympathies. I hope it gets better quick. I really do, man, because they are the worst. Having trapped nerves is awful. Oh, you have my sympathies, man. Oof, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. So, room number 15, line number 1. Right, so we've got line number 2 now. So what we need to do is, do we have a message about the power generator? I've just realised, do we have a message about the power generator? 65 shelves. This is a large and very heavy generator coil, so that's the generator coil. That's not what we want. Growing wire. Coil that's broken. 70 is scarron pad. Oh, we don't have a thing about the generator. Okay, generator. Zoe, want to come down and try to give Amelia a brush? I accept no responsibility for biting and scratching. No, thank you. I've had a cat. I know what it's like. This is the power generator. Is a huge machine that produces all the power for the entire ship. Its workings are apparently very simple if you know a lot about power generators. Unfortunately, you do not, but you do know a broken generator when you see one. So that's 72 and 73. There is a burnt out power coil in the generator. Right, here we go. So, local conditions for room number 15. We want line number 2. If verb 16, which is examine, and noun, which one's generator? 19, and reset question mark, burnt coil replaced is 13, and where is the thing about it? X in something. X in N. So 14, no, 12, and 12 in 255. Message 72, message 73, end. If, I'll explain what I'm doing in a second. This is basically to work out whether things, what we're doing. If verb 16 and noun 19, which is that, yes, and reset question mark 13, message 72, end. So what I've done there is a thing to examine the power coil. Andy Phillips says, Zoe, have you managed to track down any more games for your PS2 collection recently? I have, and I'll talk about them in a moment. So what I've just done is a set of examine commands for the power generator. One is to say it will display one message when the power coil has been taken out of the generator, but the generator is broken, because marker 13 is that the broken coil has been replaced. And one is if the power coil hasn't been taken out, but the generator is broken. Let's have a look at what we get if we go into this. We're into the, and there's the pad of wire wool, loom of red wire, loom of green wire. So let's go south and east. Examine generator. Damn. Okay, that didn't work. The power generator is a huge machine that produces all the power for the entire ship. Its workings are apparently very simple if you know a lot about power generators. Unfortunately, you do not, but you do know a broken generator when you see one. There is a burnt out power coil in the generator. That's what we should see. And then it just says the same thing again, which is not what I want. So local conditions, room number 15, line number 2. verb 16 and noun 19 and reset 13 and reset question mark 14. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's try that. And then the next one, reset 13 and set 14. And set 14. So 14 is power coil taken out. Burn coil out. Marker 14. Coil removed. Let's try that and see if that works. Hopefully this will work. Let's go south. There's the wire wall. And south and east. Examine generator. Stack empty. Oh, should be set question mark. Okay. Low priority local conditions even 5 from 2. Reset question mark 14 and set question mark 14. Forgot the question mark. And then we'll get this done. Okay, let's try that. We'll get there in the end. This is why we do a lot of going into the game and checking things. Got a lot to check tonight because we've done some interesting stuff. Examine generator. It's done. It works. The power generator is a huge machine that produces all the power for the entire ship. Its workings are apparently very simple if you know a lot about power generators. Unfortunately, you do not, but you do know a broken generator when you see one. There is a burnt out power coil in the generator. So, let's do this. Local conditions, room number 15, line number 3. Nope. If verb 7 and noun coil 24 and adverb 1 because it's from, and noun 19 is the generator. So get coil from generator and reset question mark 14, set 14, 12 to 255, get 12, no, 12 to, no, just bring 12, get 12. Let's not try to be clever here. Okay, end. Right, let's try that. And then we'll talk about the PlayStation 2. South. Go into it. Yes. Examine generator. Takes a second. Power coil is in the generator. Get coil from generator. Okay. Inventory. Oh, please tell me it's there. Inventory. You're carrying a scorched generator. Examine generator coil. Examine coil. You can't because we haven't sorted that out yet. But examine the generator. Now it doesn't have a power coil in it. It's all working. Ironheart says, I'm not sure why, but this is very relaxing just listening to you tap away and chatter. Carry on. I'm so drugged up. If I was any more baked, I'd be a Greg's. Oh. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Right, I did promise that we'd talk about this new stuff. Right, there's new stuff for the PlayStation 2. Let's have a look at what I've got here. Get the... Things get stuck on other things. It's very annoying. Get off. Right, there we are. Okay. Right. Here we go. So, I have a Jack and Daxter, which I've already shelved, and it's on the other side of the room behind all the cameras, so I'm not going to pick that up. Jack and Daxter Lost Frontier. Very difficult to get hold of, but I have it, and I'm very happy to have it. Then we have the Fairly Odd Parents, Shadow Showdown, which I need to get cleaned because unfortunately the disc is a little not great at the moment, so that's a bit of a problem. So I can't see what it's like, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Then I've got another Phoenix Games one called Deadeye Jim, which I'm pretty sure is some kind of third-person action shooting game, which should be interesting. The Plan, finally got a copy of The Plan. I've been looking for this for ages. Third-person action spy drama, I believe, like some kind of heist perhaps. Oops, sorry about that. I don't actually know because I've not played it yet, haven't had a minute. And then an interesting one, Max Play 1 Classic Games. This is an unofficial PlayStation 2 game, and it's a collection of 8-bits. I kid you not, 8-bit games on the PlayStation 2. I have no idea why anyone would make this, especially since it's unofficial. So, yeah, from Daytel, the action replay guys. It's got Jetpack 2. I am not convinced it's like anything like the original Jetpack, based on what the pictures are. Paddle Panic, which appears to be Breakout or Arkanoid. Super Power Shot, which I have no idea what it is. Invaders, which is Space Invaders. There's another bloody Space Invaders. Chopper 2 The Return, which looks interesting. Yeah, I'll go with that. It looks interesting. Loop the Loop, which appears to be Kicks. Pop-'em, which appears to be an 8-bit version of Buster Brothers, or Pang as we know it in the UK. Dragon Tiles 3, which is a sliding tile puzzle. Bounty Hunter X, which is some kind of underwater submarine side-scrolling shooter. And Proxima, which appears to be a vertical shooter. So that's interesting. I'm gonna try them out at some point. I'm actually hoping to have the time to do a GameHammer, a proper GameHammer video on it, which would be nice because I can make a lot of jokes about this stuff. Ironhorse says, do unofficial releases count toward the full collection score, or are they just considered extras? That is a good question. From my point of view, I'm going to say they do count, because you've got to remember that this idea, the whole thing about this is to create a museum eventually. I think it's going to be a while yet, but that's why I've got the computers, that's why I'm going for everything. So from my point of view, it counts because it was produced for the PS2, therefore it's in the library and therefore it needs to be collected. But if you're just going for official stuff, like the stuff that actually has the PlayStation 2 banding on the top, then no, it doesn't count. Because it doesn't have the band. It's not an official Sony PlayStation release. This is actually what it came as. It's bright red. The box is bright red with Daytel written on it. It's brilliant. It's got Daytel there. Don't know if you can see it very well. But yeah. So this is the actual thing that it came in. And it's a weird colour on the back as well. This is a CD. It's not a DVD. It's a CD. It's blue. It's like a cyan. I'm hoping it works as well. Who knows? So I wonder if once the laser starts to go in an original PlayStation 2, like the bulky one, whether it'll even play, because they don't play the old stuff. They don't play the CDs. So that's it. It's going to be interesting. Let's see how it goes. So where were we? Right, we have to deal with the fact that we can't examine this coil. So let's go and have a look. Daytel have always had a rep for being the bad boys, though. Yeah, in it because it started to be. Right, 68 is for checking the coil, the burnt out coil. Message 68. So surely we have local conditions already for that. Verb 16 and now 26. Wow, we went straight to the examine 26. What's 26? .26 is the wooden pad. Did we not do the coil already? Go back to 40. Verb 16. No. 16 and now 24. Coil and available 8. Okay, that's the generator coil. Message 66. 66. No, that's the wrong one. This should be yeah, that's why it doesn't work. 12. Got the wrong numbers there. Okay, let's do that. Apparently, a demo version of Action Replay on Dreamcast could be used to allow the console to play multi-region games. Yep, that's the one. Daytale with the bad boys in that. Right, let's see if this works. Go south. Go south. Go east. Get coil from generator. Examine coil. There you are. Larger, very heavy generator coil. That's the wrong one. That's the... Oh. Larger, very heavy generator coil used power. That's the wrong one. Okay, so local conditions. I've just done something wrong there. So, yeah. So that should have been 26 and available A. No, that's the wrong one. Have I just lost the... I've got this wrong again. And 26 and available 14. Yeah, verb 16. It should have been 8. Verb 16 and noun 26. Examine wool. Okay. Okay, I need to work out what the hell's gone wrong. I've just changed something that I shouldn't have. Verb 16, no, that's not it. Verb 16 in noun 24, which is the coil, and I've got the wrong one. Message 66 is the wrong one. So that should be 8 for the generator coil. So what we're up to, 54, 53. Right. If verb 16 and noun 24 and available 12, message, I've forgotten which one it was again, I don't know, 68, end. Message 68, was it 68? This one is covered in scorch marks, so 68 is correct. Local conditions, what we're up to, like 48 or something, like 54. Message 68, okay, there we are. When the replay demo disc for the Dreamcast was discovered, copies of the disc were changing hands on eBay for hundreds. Yeah, and that's why a lot of people know the Dreamcast's loading screen mostly as a rotating Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because that's what the loading screen on the Action Replay was. So we should be able to do this now. Right. Messages. Let's go back to old messages. Where's the goo? The mush smells funny and looks like someone tried to glue porridge together to form a leg of ham. Obviously they failed. Now we need to put a clue in here. You don't know whether to eat it or clean a toilet with it. There we go. That's the clue, that we actually use the mush that we can eat as a cleaning thing. So let's begin this game again. Begin where? In room number 1. Let's see how we get on. Actually, save to disk. There's a data file RB1. Saving RB1. Right, let's see if this works. Because I don't want to lose the data again. I cleaned this, clear off this disk earlier on to make sure that we've only got a few things on it. See how long it's taken to save now. This is amazing. Enter the game. You're in the cockpit of the Valiant, your starship. You have landed on a desert planet to investigate a distress signal. You can see a desert landscape out the window, while the ship's cargo bay is to the south. And go south. Let's go. Right. We're going into the crashed vessel. Northernmost section of burned debris. Moving south. Right. Search debris. We've got the crowbar. Use crowbar on panel. Right. We've got an access down. Drop crowbar. Because we don't want... I can't type. D bar, okay. Drop crowbar. We don't want to die horribly, so we drop the crowbar. Right, get the wool. South. Up. Examine the wool. This is a very strong scouring pad made from wire wool. With the right cleaning agent applied, you could scrub something up to a real shine. Use terminal. You tap at the controls of the damaged terminal, hoping to produce something edible. The terminal makes a squelching, wet, farting noise and spits out a lump of gooey beige mush. Examine mush. The mush smells funny and looks like someone tried to glue porridge together to form a leg of ham. Obviously they failed. You don't know whether to eat it or clean a toilet with it. Apply mush to wool. You can't. Can't I? Use mush on wool. You can't. Oh! Oh, we can't do it. Okay, that seems interesting. Local conditions. I thought we had already done low priority conditions even. So what are we up to? 40. Right, we need verb 26. Sure, we've done this. Where's... Have we not? Right, if verb 26, which is apply, and noun 4, which is mush, and available and adverb 1 on, and noun 26, which is wool, and available 1 and available 13. Okay, object 1 and object 13. Object 1, mush. Nouns. We're looking at 4. Noun 4. Goo. But goo is... noun 4 is also mush. So what's wrong? Apply. What's adverbs? Oh! Yeah, okay. Try that. Let's try that again. We've got to try that. We've got to make this work. So I've put in 2. No, don't. Ah! Oh my goodness. Can't believe I did that. Right, let's do this. Okay, let's go to the west, go to the west, go to the west, go to the west. South. Search debris. Got the crowbar. Use terminal. Or you. Apparently I can't type. Use terminal. Right, we've got the bush. Use crowbar on panel. ZDR Monster Production says, do you accept requests? Not tonight. Today we're doing a live game coding where we've all been talking about how to code things and putting together a game. I do requests for games on a Monday night, and if I've got it, I play it. And when we've finished a game on the Wednesdays and the Thursday nights where I'm completing games, once a game is completed, I take requests for which one to complete next. But tonight, we're all just kind of hanging out and coding a new game. So feel free to jump in with ideas if you want to. Right, let's drop the crowbar. Right, drop that, so we don't need that now. North, get wool. Apparently I can't type at all. Get wool. So we've got the wool. Yes, examine the wool. Right, examine the wool. This is a very strong scouring pad made from wire wool. With the right cleaning agent applied, you could scrub something up to a real shine. So, apply goo to wool. What's wrong with verb 26? It's got to be that. It's got to be that. Verb 26. What's wrong with that verb? 26 is apply. Okay. Apply is fine. The adverb 26. Adverb 1 has the word to in it, so we can use that. So noun 4 is a goo. 4 is mush. So we can use both of that. So apply goo to wool. The only other one would be noun. Noun and 25 would be wool. Noun 25 is loom. Noun 25 is wire. Noun 20. Oh. Wool is 26. I've got 25, haven't I? Local conditions. What are we up to? Like 45 or 46 or something? Noun 26. So we did verb 26, which is apply. Noun 4, which is goo. Adverb 1, to, on, with, or anything like that. Noun 26, which is the wool. Yeah. And available 1. 1 is the mush. 13 is the wire wool. Is the wire wool. So then we swap 13 for 14, which is the gooey one. Send the mush back to room 255. So what's wrong? What's wrong with this? Available 1, available 13. Okay, object 13. A pad of wire wool. Object number 1. An appetizer lump of mush. 14 is the gooey wool pad. So what's wrong? Why isn't this working? I don't get it. Why this isn't working. Let's go back through this all the way through. Go back to the crash vessel. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. Go south. Get crowbar. No, can't get crowbar. Search debris to find the crowbar. Otherwise, we can't do the game. Right, so we've got the crowbar. Examine crowbar. That's the crowbar. It's the right one, isn't it? Yes, it is. South. Use crowbar on panel. Right, we've got the panel open. Drop crowbar. Use terminal, because we already know it's there, to get the mush. Examine mush. And we know we've got it because there it is. So let's check our inventory. Carry nothing. Oh! We didn't pick the mush up! Mush. Get mush. There we are. That's what we were... I wasn't bringing the mush with us. Go north. Examine the wool. Is that literally all what that was wrong? Examine the wool. It's correct. Wool. Get wool. Okay. So we have the wool and the lump of mush. Apply mush to wool. Okay. You are carrying a wire wool pad with mush on it. Examine the mush. Examine the wool. This is a sturdy pad of wire wool. Someone has applied a rather unappetizing gooey blob of beige mush to it. We have it. Go south. Go south again. Go east. Examine the generator. There's a burned out power coil in the generator. Get coil from generator. Okay. Examine the coil. This is a large and very heavy generator coil. Normally these are used in power generation on the ship, but this one is covered in scorch marks, which will stop it working. So, scrub coil with wool. You carefully scrub the scorched parts of the generator coil using the gooey mush as a cleaning agent. Try as you might, you can't help but wonder what this stuff would do to your insides if you were silly enough to try to eat it. Examine coil. This is a large and very heavy generator coil. Normally these are used in power generation on the ship, but this one is covered in stone. Oh, it's not meant to still be that one. Oh, look. What's happened? What's happened? It's scorched generator coil and the pad of wire wool. Okay, so the first thing that's happened is the pad of wire wool is now clean. So that part's working. The generator coil is still damaged though. So we need to work out what's happened there. But we're so close, guys. We're so close. What are we up to, like 47 or something? Right, so we need 27, verb 27. Verb 27 and noun 24. Snaps fingers in Zoe's PS2 collection value. Bring it back. Scrub coil with wire. And available 12, which is the burnt coil, and available 14, which is the gooey wire. 13 swap 8. Wire wool pad is swapped for a generator coil. 14 swap. Oh, that's wrong, isn't it? So 12 swap 8. Otherwise, we end up with the coil. So 12 to swap it for 8. The burned coil is swapped out for the clean one. 14 swap 13, which is the gooey wire swap for the wire wool. Otherwise, we end up not swap. Right. Okay. Message 69. This should work now. This should work. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. We're almost there. I can just feel it. I can feel it, man. I can feel it. Feel it in my bones. Oh, need a drink. Right, let's go this way. We're so close, man. We're so close. Search debris. South. Use crowbar on panel. Drop crowbar. We don't want to take the crowbar with us because if we go into the generator room while the generator's broken, then it will fry us. Use terminal. There's the mush. Get mush. Down. North. Get. Actually, apply mush to wool. Get wool. Right, so that should work. And just to check, I just wanted to make sure that it would change. Yeah, it did. While it was on the ground, go through. Get coil from generator. Okay. Scrub coil with wool. Get all of that. Yes. Inventory. A generator coil and a pad of wire wool. Examine coil. Hopefully this works. This is a large and very heavy generator coil. It is used in power generation aboard the ship, and while someone very technical could explain how it works, you are not one of those very technical people. There we go. It's almost there now. Okay. So let's go back to low priority conditions. So 44. Now 24. Now 24 is coil. Get coil. No. That's scrubbing it. Yeah. Just making sure everything works. Yeah. Okay, we need to go back to line 40. How are you programming the game? Okay, let me bring up this other thing. Okay, hello there. So, what we've got is, I've got a Mac screen there, but this is a Commodore 64, an actual original Commodore 64. We're programming on that. So if I bring this up, so I'm running a graphic adventure creator on the Commodore 64, and I'm coding it directly into the C64, and that's how we do it here. And basically, I'm showing that all this old stuff still works, and it's still possible to make games pretty quickly and easily on this, using the old tools. So we're doing retro coding on retro software, on retro hardware, just to make a new game. And it's actually coming together really well. We've got a fairly complex game here, and it's working out quite nicely. So I need to now find, from line like 40 or something, I'm trying to find where we try to get the thingamajig, similar to Game Maker for the Macintosh Plus. I honestly could not tell you. Verb 27 and noun 24. Get coil. Oh no, that's not. Verb 7 and noun 26 and here 13. No, where? Oh, I need to go in local conditions, don't I? Local conditions from number 15. It's like 9 number 2 or something. Verb 16 and noun 19. No, that's not it. 16. Verb 7 and noun 24. That's it. Depends on how you use it. Ah, Patrick might know more than me then, because I'm not a person who uses that. So I need to take an image of that because I need to put something else in as well. So right, I've just taken an image of what we've just done, some old code, because I need another option here. All of that. If verb 7 I'm replacing with pull, which is verb 28, and that's all we're doing. Verb 28 and noun 24 and pull coil from 19 from generator and reset question mark 14, set 14, bring 12, get 12. Okay, end. That's all we need there. So instead of what we were doing before, we can now just pull instead of get. So we need to push, you see. Right. Okay. Now we need another one. If verb 28 and noun while no, generator coil is 8 and noun coil 24. So push coil or put. Pull, push, put. Basically, I'll add that in as well. Pull, push, put. Put coil and adverb 1, which is in. It's also from. We've done a lot of copying over stuff. If verb 28 and noun 24 and adverb 1, push or put coil in and noun 19, which is generator, and available a clean generator coil, available 8. So we then set 13. Power generator is fixed. Yes. Set 11. Message, I think 75 or something like that. We'll sort that out in a minute. End. That works. Message 75. So what was message 74? Do we have one? Message 73. Right. You heave and swear a lot. You heave the coil into position, swearing a lot as you do it. The nice clean generator coil slides into power generator. With a satisfying clunk. Also, oh, hey James, how are you doing? I suspect that the player might need more of a clue that the generator needs cleaning specifically. Oh, don't worry. We've got a few things for that. With a satisfying clunk. I'm going to take the first generator out of that because I don't like generator being in the same sentence twice. A nice clean coil slides into the power generator with a satisfying clunk. The power generator hums back to life. There we go. So message 74. That's what we want. So local conditions, run number 15. What are we up to? Like 4. 5. Nope. 6. This is at 70. Message 75 is now message 74. Message 74. Here we are. Right, here we go. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to save at this point. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Save to disk. It's a data file. RB2. So disk. Go for it. Oh, please work. Please work. Please, please, please work. Wow, it's taken ages. It's taken a long time. Okay, there we go. Right. Where do we begin from number 1? Let's do this from the start. Let's do this. So, we're in the place now. South goes south, west, south, west. Search, debris. We've got the crowbar. South. Use crowbar on panel. Yes? So we've opened up the panel. Down, south. Go east. Step into the room, hairs in the back of your neck stand and end. Atmosphere is thick with electrical charge. Bolt of lightning shoots out from the damage generator, hitting the crowbar in your hand. You scream, all goes dark, and the game ends. So that works. South. South. So we can't take the crowbar in there yet. Search. Debris. Got the crowbar. Use. I think actually we can do lift panel with crowbar. Oh, for goodness sake, why do I keep pressing the wrong button? Crowbar. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes. Drop crowbar. Use terminal to create the mush. Get mush. Here's the best part. Gooey beige mush. Examine the mush. The mush smells funny and looks like someone tried to glue porridge together to form a leg of ham. Obviously, they failed. You don't know whether to eat it or clean a toilet with it. Which gets into the player's head. A bit of a joke, you probably don't want to eat this thing, but it could be used as a cleaning item. So we got the mush, yes? No, get mush. So we've got something that might be able to be cleaned. Oh, have we already got the mush? Yes, we have. Go down. Go north. Get the wire wool. Examine wool. I approve of glue porridge. This is a very strong scouring pad made from wire wool. With the right cleaning agent applied, you could scrub something up to a real shine. Apply mush to wool. Okay, we've now got wire wool pad. Examine wool. This is a sturdy pad of wire wool. Someone has applied a rather unappetizing, gooey blob of beige mush to it. So we've got the cleaning stuff. Go south. How's Jenny, train controller? She's actually not feeling too great, so she's actually asleep. Cunning clue. Yes, thank you, James. So we've walked into the room and we haven't died because we're not carrying the thingamajig. Examine generator. The power generator is a huge machine that produces all the power for the entire ship. Its workings are apparently very simple if you know a lot about power generators. Unfortunately, you do not, but you do know a broken generator when you see one. There is a burned out power coil in the generator. Get coil. You can't. Get coil from generator. She'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Examine coil. This is a large and very heavy generator coil. Normally these are used in power generation on the ship, but this one is covered in scorch marks, which will stop it working. Now that is the only bit where you might have a bit of a thing. How could we deal with this? But of course, if you examine the wool, sturdy pad of wire wool. Why not try this? Scrub coil with wool. You carefully scrub the scorched parts of the generator coil using the gooey mush as a cleaning agent. Try as you might, you can't help but wonder what this stuff would do to your insides if you were silly enough to try to eat it. Now what have we got in our inventory? Carrying a generator coil and a pad of wire wool. Now the coil works. Push. Sorry. Yes, that's the clue. Yep. Push coil in generator. You heave the coil into position, swearing a lot as you do it. The nice clean coil slides into the power generator with a satisfying clunk. The power generator hums back to life. Edible brasso, essentially, yes. Let's have a look. Examine generator. You can't, because we haven't put that message in yet. So, carrying a generator coil and a pad of wire wool, which is not the best thing because we should have got rid of the generator coil. We'll sort that out in a moment. West, north, up, get crowbar. Hopefully, we can now use the crowbar in that room, or we can just wander around with the crowbar, because that was one of the things that we shouldn't have to worry about. The crowbar does not spark an electric shock anymore. So there we are. It's working. We've got a few things that still need to be done, though, of course. There we go. Yes, it's all starting to come together. Right, conditions for room number 15. 4, is it? No. 28. We need verb 28. Where's 28? Right. Nope, that's not the right. Verb 28, noun 24. So we set 13, set 11, message 74. So we have to now send the wire, sorry, no, the generator coil 8 to 255 end, so that the coil is gone. Now we need another message. What, we're up to 75? Right. You're making this game somewhat fiendish in a 1980s sort of way. Yes, I was thinking that just the other day. Just having the generator coil sat there didn't really work for me as a puzzle. It felt too simple. And then I realized, well, we have this goo that we haven't used. So what if we had to use the goo to clean the coil that's already there, instead of having a replacement? That might be interesting. So that's what we did. In a kind of Monkey Island sort of way, where you have to just randomly use random crap that you've got around. The power generator is a huge machine that you do not fully understand. What you do know is that it provides power for all the functions of the ship, which is useful. You also know it is currently working properly, which is even more useful. There we go. So message number 75. Local conditions. Room number 15. Won't be up to like 6? No, 7. Okay, if verb 16, which is examine, and noun 19, which is generator, yes. And set question mark 11. Power generator fixed. Message 75 end. There we go. So now we've got that fixed and everything should work. Right. Oh. So that's it. That the power generator press bar as power generators want to do. Pretty much, yeah. So we have 9K free. We're very rapidly running out of memory here. We've actually used up an entire K in this episode alone. So given that I've still got to work on a load of stuff for Jen's videos, I can't stay too long tonight. But we have finished a major part of it. We've got the power on, which will mean that the doors can now open to the cockpit once we've sorted that bit out. We also need to deal with the wires, so changing the wires in the thingamajig, the power distribution, so that the transporter will come back online, but we haven't done that yet. So I'm going to say let's stop for the night and we'll work on the wires and the door for the cockpit next time, and hopefully we can get that done within the first hour so that we can actually get to the transporter working and accessing the cockpit as well, which will mean that we're very, very close to finishing the game because we're running out of a lot of space, and I want to make sure we've got enough space for that in a reasonable amount of space so that we can then play about with the funny extra ideas like licking things again. We're not going to lick the power generator. That would be a really bad... I am actually going to put that in right now. Message 76. There's a voice in the back of your head that tells you this is a very bad idea. Thankfully, the voice is wrong. No, not thankfully. Unfortunately, the message did not reach the front of your head in time. As your tongue nears the generator, a huge spark of electricity arcs across and zaps you into oblivion. Well, I need an extra space to... A big spark. That's all I can do, because I need this. I need that extra one space, one character, just so I can put a full stop in or an exclamation mark. This is number 76. Right. Local conditions. Whether the power generator is working fully or not, that is going to happen. You're going to die by licking the generator. What we're up to, line 5, line 6, line 7, line 8. What is lick? I know we've got a... Oh, we don't have a verb to lick. Okay. Now, we're going to use 19, verb 19, which is eat. I'm also going to try lick. I'm going to add it as an extra thing. If verb 19 and noun 19 message 76. This is really daft. I approve of extra ideas. What is the where is it? How did we exit before? Action parts. Exit stops the game. Player is not asked, so this is for use when the player gets killed or wins. Exit. So, message 75. Exit. Message 75, yes? No. Message 76? Message 76. So we leave local conditions for room 15 again, like 6 or something. No. Verb 19. Message 76. Exit. Okay. So now we need to go back into verbs. Yes, verb 19 can also be lick. Yes. 22 is lift, is it? Oh, yeah. So, eat / lick. Okay. Let's try that. Before we end, let's try that. Begin where? We're going to begin in room number 15, so I don't have to faff about. Okay. Lick generator. There's a voice in the back of your head that tells you this is a very bad idea. Unfortunately, the message did not reach the front of your head in time. As your tongue nears the generator, a big spark of electricity arcs across and zaps you into oblivion. Your score was 0 and you took 1 turn. There we go. Begin where? Begin room number 1. Let's put it back to normal. And save. To disk. As a data file. RB4 I think we're up to. Insert data disk. There we go. Saving. Right, guys. That's not bad. We've done a fair bit of fun stuff here. And that would also happen because we've used verb 19 as either eat or lick. If you try to eat the power generator, that will also happen. You will also get zapped. Oh, there we go. Right. I think that's fun. Oh, guys, you didn't even see any of that, did I? Because I was on the screen. Oh, sorry. Well, it's done. It works. There we are. Right. So, I think that worked out quite well. I'm very happy with how it's gone, and now I need to do the reset just to check that everything is fine. Let's do this quickly. Jump in. Reset the computer. Epic's flash card. Love it. So, load. $8. List. There we are. Arbitrator 4. Using 56 blocks of data. Right, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have. I've certainly enjoyed it. I've got to get back now to editing some videos for Jen because her video for tomorrow, it's going to be another good one. Like, seriously, this one is great as well as the one we had on Friday. But I hope you enjoyed it as much as I've been enjoying making it. And I will see you tomorrow for Rule of Rose. Yeah. Continuing in Rule of Rose. Hopefully we can get past that monster that we were fighting. The giant guy that the weird kids brought in. Okay, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Take care, have a great evening, and happy adventuring. Bye-bye.